All right, YouTube, my bad. Messed up a little bit. Hey, we're going to be talking about how to build wealth with MWR Financial Comp Plan for 2020. MWR Financial is a phenomenal opportunity. I'm actually doing a live webinar, so you kind of seeing the behind the scenes, but I'm going to show you on the board why MWR is such a fantastic opportunity. I'm going to show you how the compensation plan works, why it's the perfect business opportunity for you to be involved in, especially now during this whole COVID and this quarantine situation. But I'm not going to be talking to y'all. I'm going to be talking to my webinar folks who are actually on a live webinar with me today. But I figure that you guys can get a behind the scenes sneak peek of how we present this opportunity and why it's so magical and it's transforming people's lives all over the country. So let me get back to my webinar guests. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. We are excited that you decided to come spend a little bit of time with us on a Saturday morning / afternoon. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to come hang out with us, and we appreciate that. And we're going to definitely make sure it is worth your while. You would not be here on a Saturday morning if you were not serious about your finances. You would not be here on a Saturday morning if you were not serious about building generational wealth. If you were not serious about expanding your cash flow, making your money that you have right now go further, you would not be here. You would not be here if you were not in the other category. Maybe your cash flow is fully expanded, but you're looking for another income stream. Well, guess what? We got you covered here as well. So again, a couple housekeeping things. Make sure you remove any distractions that you may have right now. Make sure on your Zoom app, you're changing the view to speaker view, because when I get on the whiteboard, I'm going to try to write as big as I can. But if you're not in speaker view and you're in gallery view where you see everybody's picture, then it's going to be hard to see what's on the whiteboard. So make sure you transform and transition into speaker view so that my screen is nice and big so you can see the whiteboard. And then last but not least, so I'm not interrupted as I'm going over the presentation on the whiteboard, if you can control your own mute, keep yourself on mute. I will have specific times during the presentation where we have time for Q&A and we can engage and interact. But if you can do those things for me, then we will have a wonder-filled opportunity. And I think you're going to learn a lot today, if nothing else. So really quickly, for those of you who do not know me, my name is H. Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor. I'm a wealth strategist and author. And for the last 5 years, I've been on a mission to empower people economically through financial literacy first and foremost, but also with an emphasis on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. I just happen to believe that being in the greatest country in the world and not understanding the principles that this country was fundamentally built on, which is capitalism, then you're doing yourself a disservice. I believe that entrepreneurship is the new retirement plan. If we haven't learned anything else from COVID-19, I think one thing we all can agree that we did learn is that most of us are vulnerable financially to a crisis. Most of us have finally come to the realization that having only one stream of income is not going to cut it. Having a stream of income that is only tied to my physical efforts is not going to cut it, because we saw what happened when we are not able to go out and go to work. A lot of us had to live on credit cards. A lot of us had to, eat into our emergency fund, our retirement accounts, because we weren't physically able to go to work. So I'm going to talk about 4 main challenges that you have to overcome financially if you're going to build generational wealth, right? Challenge number 1 that you must overcome is taxes. Your taxes, ladies and gentlemen, is your largest expense. I know we don't tend to look at it that way because we've been taught that there's nothing we can do about taxes, right? In fact, when I was coming up in school and someone would say, you better do this and you better do that, and my response would be, I don't better do nothing but pay taxes and die, right? because we've been taught that there's nothing we can do about taxes, right? Other challenge that we're going to have to deal with is debt, right? Because we're losing so much of our income to taxes, state tax, federal tax, local tax, sales tax, property tax, all of those things, then we tend to go and borrow the money that we lost to taxes, and now we're finding ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper in debt. And the fact that we borrow money is not so much of a concern to me. What's more of a concern to me is the fact that we're socially conditioned that debt is just a way of life. And we're not taught the wealthy mindset around debt is, if I'm going to borrow money, I better be borrowing that money to buy some sort of income producing asset, and then let the cash flow from the asset pay the debt back, and I can just continue to do that, right? So we're not taught those things, so we got to understand how to overcome debt. Another one that is going to be huge for us, especially now, is inflation, right? I want you guys to write these down, because as I go throughout the presentation, I want you to challenge me to show you a solution, which I promise I'm going to show you a solution to overcome all four of these challenges at the same time. So let's talk inflation for a hot minute. How many of you guys have already seen prices going up at your local grocery store on some of the staples like milk, bread, eggs, things that we need to survive? How many of you guys have already seen, when you're going into a restaurant, now that the country is starting to open up a little bit, they have various taxes, right? COVID tax is one that I recently saw on a receipt, right? COVID meat shortage was another tax that I saw on a receipt here recently. So let me get this straight. What we need to survive is costing us more because of COVID-19. And I get it. I'm a business owner. If I was dealing in products and goods, and it cost me more to get the products, then yes, I have to charge more to keep my margins, right? But also, because of COVID-19, the companies that we're working for are saying, hey, because of COVID-19, we're going to freeze wages for the next 18 to 24 months. Wait a minute. Everything I need to survive is going up in cost, but my wages is going to stay flatline? Yeah, that's causing a ripple effect throughout the entire nation, right? So you got to figure out what you can personally do to overcome inflation. And then the last challenge that we have to overcome is limited investments or assets. See, because we're losing our money to taxes, we're struggling with debt, inflation is eating away at our dollar. Very few of us have money left over to start investing for our future. See, we've got to put ourselves in position to meet two primary objectives. And what are they? We've got to eat today. That's why we get up and go to work. That's why we get up and run our business, because we've got to take care of today. But we also have to be mindful that some of the money that we're making today needs to be put to the side and growing for us, so that we can have a future tomorrow. So when the day comes when I either don't want to work, I'm not physically able to work, or heck, we're seeing more and more companies, when their employers get to a certain age, they're starting to let them go, because it's costing them too much money to have senior level employees, where I've been with the company 25 years. So now they're paying me X amount of dollars for my loyalty, and they're saying, hey, for what we're paying this one person because they've been with us so long, we could let them go and hire two people for what we're paying that one person. So you get to a place where your employers no longer want you to work. But I don't want to have to reduce my lifestyle when I get to that place. I don't want to have to leave my home and go move in with my children because my finances change when I'm no longer able to work. So we've got to do things now that's going to cover us today and tomorrow. So you guys got those 4 things written down, right? I want you to challenge me to help you overcome these things all at the same time with one solution. So, a little bit about myself, man. I am the fourth born of 6 children, raised by a single mom on welfare. And do I know what it means to struggle? Absolutely, man. I don't know if you've ever tried to raise and feed and clothe and shelter 6 children on a $300 welfare check, $300 worth of food stamps, and a $300 Social Security check, right? My dad died when I was 11, so we was able to get Social Security to the tune of $300 per month. So $900 a month to feed 6 children, keep the lights on, clothe them all, shelter them all, pay for activities, single mom, right? For weeks on end, it was pitch black in our house at night because we didn't have electricity, right? For months on end, we're boiling water on hot plates because we couldn't pay for the electricity and the gas hardly ever at the same time. So we was always without one or the other. It is that circumstance, y'all, that had me thinking, what is it that wealthy people are doing that more poor and middle class people do not? I know for a fact they're not smarter than us. I know for a fact they don't work harder than us. And heck, I don't know about you, but they don't look as good either. But they know something we don't know because they're able to live a different lifestyle. So I set on a quest, even as a young man, when I was old enough to wield a rake and push a lawnmower, push a snow shovel, pump people's gas, clean garages, clean basements, rake leaves, whatever I could do to make some money. Me and my little crew, we was out there doing it, right? But what happened is, as we started to get a little older in our teenage years, we didn't have solid entrepreneurs in the community saying, hey, young man, I see your drive, I see your ambition. Let me help you turn that into some legitimate business. You know what we did have in the community? The D-boys on the corner, who also recognized that same hustle, that same drive, that same ambition. They said, hey, it's cool to rake leaves and get you a few dollars, but if you take this package from here to there, we're gonna give you 10 times that. So I fell into the life of crime in my teenage years, right? Because I didn't have the entrepreneurial mentorship to match my entrepreneurial ambition. And thank goodness, I never ended up with a felony on my record. I never went to jail. Obviously, I didn't get killed because I'm here. I have some friends that I came up with who did. So I thank God that I'm here. And that's part of the reason I do this, because I want to be able to go back to those same communities, those same neighborhoods, and recognize those same young men, 13, 14, 15 years old, trying to figure this money thing out and be able to offer them some legitimate solution. So how is it that wealthy people are able to build wealth? I want you guys to write this note down because I don't know if you realize this or not. 80% of today's wealthy people are what's called first generation wealthy, meaning they were not born with a silver spoon. They did not have a trust fund or a major inheritance. They built it from scratch in a single generation. And here's what they understood. In America, hopefully you guys can see this. In America, how you make your money is more important than how much money you make. And here's why. If you make your money with labor, right? Otherwise known as a W-2 or a job. And this is not a job bashing presentation, y'all. There's nothing wrong with a job. However, I will say this. There is something wrong with having a job only. And I'm going to explain what I mean here in a second. Nothing wrong with having a job. But COVID-19 taught us if all you have is a job, in a blink of an eye, your job could be taken from you. Because I want you to think about it. People lost their job because they couldn't perform the duties anymore. People lost their jobs not because they got fired. People lost their job because the whole company was not positioned to survive coronavirus. The whole company shut down, right? And all of a sudden you're scrambling. So how you make your money in America is more important than how much money you make. If you're like 95% of people in this country make 100% of their income from their labor, you're going to get charged in taxes anywhere from 28 to 33% in taxes. If this is the only way you make your money, you're giving Uncle Sam this right off the top. Right? However, you could choose to make your money with a 1099, otherwise known as a business. The business owner is going to pay anywhere from 18 to 23% in taxes. Now, we're looking at this number and we're like, okay, that's just a 10-point difference. But that is a huge difference, y'all. It's a huge difference. And then if you choose to make your money with money, i.e. investing, you're going to pay 0 to 15% in taxes. See, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how you're making the money, right? And what we've determined is that because of the way the tax laws is written in this country, most people can't walk off their job and go start a business just to get in the lower tax bracket. However, our IRS code says if you have a part-time business that you're doing a few hours per week, you get the same tax benefits as, say, Amazon.com, for instance. Amazon made $11.2 billion, paid 0 taxes. Netflix, $800 million, paid 0 taxes. You made $50,000 on your job and you pay $15,000 in taxes because you don't have a business. So the best thing for you to do is add a business alongside your job. Now you got the best of both worlds. You've got a steady paycheck that's taking care of you right now, but you also got tax benefits of being an entrepreneur. So our number one solution to overcome all 4 of those challenges, taxes, inflation, debt, and limited investments, is a home-based business. Here's why. When you start a home-based business, now, I'm going to pitch you an opportunity here in a second to join us in business. But put that out of your mind for a second and just say, hey, any business I start that I'm going to operate from home, right? I'm going to be able to adjust my W-4 on my job. That's the form you filled out that told your employer how much money to take out of your check for taxes. Well, when you start a business, you're allowed to reflect that on your W-4 form, and you're going to see a paycheck increase of $300 to $600 per month come back in your paycheck, not from profits in your business, just by having a business. $300 to $600 a month comes back into your paycheck. So we are already starting to attack taxes just by having a business. So we're overcoming taxes because having a business put extra money in our paychecks. Everybody follow me, right? Now, we often hear that it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep, right? And I agree to some extent. But what also has to be considered is what are you doing with what you keep? See, I can put this back into your pocket in the next 7 to 10 days by your next paycheck. But if you take this $300 to $600 a month that comes back into your paycheck and you go and blow it every month, is it about what you keep? Or is it more about what you're doing with what you keep? So we're talking about getting over these 4 challenges. That's taxes. What about debt? Well, watch this. If I take this $300 to $600, say it was right in the middle and my paycheck increased $400, what would it look like if I took that $400 every month and put it on my credit cards? How quickly can I pay off those credit cards? What would it look like if I took the $400 that came back from taxes and I put it on my card note every month? How quickly can I pay off a card note? If I'm paying a regular note and then an extra $400 every single month. And all I did was start a home-based business. I ain't even made no money in the business yet. See, this is called principle and strategy. You can strategize your way to wealth, y'all, right? If I'm going to take the money and be conscious of getting myself out of debt, I might as well minimize my expenses while I'm at it, right? We've got a program that a team of professional negotiators will call all of the people that you're paying money to regularly. Cell phone company, water company, gas company, electric company, trash company, whoever you're paying every month. We got a team of professional negotiators that will call them and see if they can save you $10 to $15 off every bill. Now, again, not a whole lot of money. My man Grant Cardone taught me a valuable lesson. I was watching one of his videos, and he said, never put the word only or just or little in front of money. Because we got that bad. And that's what's leading to our poverty. We'll say things like when we're at the checkout counter and we've already got the things on our list that we came to get, and then we'll pick up a soda and we'll pick up a candy bar and a bag of chips, and we'll say it's only $5. Right? We'll look at our bills and say, hey, my bill is due today, but I'm going to pay it next week because I'm going out this weekend. And we'll say they're going to charge us a $15 late fee, and we'll say it's just $15. But when you add all of those only $5 and just $15, I did it. I looked at my bank statement and I had some stuff coming out of my bank, like a $10 subscription to Spotify, a $5 late fee here, a $3 ATM fee here. And I looked at it for the course of a month, and that was like $100, y'all. But each one of them was only $3, just $5. This little $3 fee here is no big deal. But when you add all of that stuff up, so minimize your expenses. One of the best ways to minimize your expenses, y'all, is to improve credit. We have a credit program, a team of professionals that will help you improve your credit. Because a lot of us, believe it or not, contrary to what you might believe or what people say in the media, they want you to think that people are getting up, going to work, working hard every day, and just blowing their money. And they want you to think that everybody is just living so far above their means. No, most of us have already cut back as far as we can, cutting out the cable, got the cheapest cell phone plan we can get, paying attention to where we go so we're not using too much gas. So we're already trying to live below our means. But what happens if you take that credit score from a 550 to a 750? Now all of a sudden, you can refinance your car loan and put a couple $100s a month back into your house. You can refinance your mortgage. Your insurance premiums will go down. Your utilities, you won't need deposits. So all of that puts money back into your pocket. So we already attacked taxes. Y'all see how a home-based business can help you overcome debt, because you're going to take the tax savings and you're going to use them to eliminate your debt. Here's another way that it's going to help you with your taxes. List in the comments a bill that you're going to pay every single month, whether you have a business or not, right? I want you to think about it. You have a bill that you're going to pay every single month, whether you have a business or not. I'll start it off with, let's say, cell phone. Whether we got a business or not, y'all, we've all gotten addicted to having a phone with us 24/7. In fact, if I got down the street and around the corner and I realized I didn't have my phone in my pocket, I'm going to turn around and go back and get it. That's how addicted we are to the phone. So whether I got a business or not, I'm going to pay a cell phone bill, right? What about utilities? Whether I got a business or not, I'm paying them every month. So Tamiko said electric, gas, so those are utilities, right? We're going to put miles on our vehicle every single month, whether we got a business or not. Are we going to feed ourselves? Every single month, we got to eat, right? What about travel? I know we're in the middle of Corona, COVID, that kind of stuff, but some of us are going to travel. We might not go on a vacation, but I'm going down south to see my family. And guess what? If I get down south to see my brothers and my sisters and my cousins and my aunts and all of that stuff, even 6 feet apart, right? And I set up some business meetings while I go, that means all of these things are a tax write-off for me. 85% of my cell phone bill is a tax write-off. 20% of my utilities, 20% of my rent, 80% of my internet bill, Uncle Sam is paying for. Why? Because I have a business that I run out of my home. Watch this. What about those little whippersnappers that run around your house calling you mama and daddy? How much they costing you every month? What would you say if I told you that the money you spend on your children can become a tax write-off for you as well? Yeah, the tax law says if I have a business and I hire employees and I pay them a salary, the money I pay my employees is a tax write-off. Can I hire my own children? Absolutely. In fact, if I have kids under 17 and I put them to work in my business, I can pay them up to $12,000 per year per child and write that off. See, nobody taught us this. In fact, our school system is so good at what it does, some of you guys are having a hard time believing it right now. Because we've been taught to do one thing, and that is work for somebody else. Let me help you understand something about our school system. Our school system is funded by the government and big corporations. That means the government and big corporations tell our school system what to do. The government gets its funding by taxing employees. Big corporation gets its money by leveraging the labor of employees. So what do you think they're telling our school system to produce? Employees. And they're very, very good at it. So much so that they've brainwashed you against entrepreneurship and yet send you out into the world for you to go ask an entrepreneur for a job. Come on, think about that. The company you work for, unless you work for a government, an entrepreneur started that company. But they don't teach you entrepreneurship in school. They teach you how to go ask an entrepreneur for a job, how to do a resume, how to fill out an application, right? So this part of our education is called cash flow management. This is how you expand your cash flow. Guys, if you just did this, you could build generational wealth. Notice something? We ain't even talked about making no money in the business yet. This is just what you do with your money. Stop overpaying taxes by starting a business. Take the $200 to $600 a month that comes back into your household for starting a business and you use it to start eliminating your debt. Once you eliminate your debt, that's like giving yourself a pay raise. You pay off a credit card, that $50, $60, $70 a month, now that's like giving yourself a pay raise. You pay off a car loan and smart enough to not go jump right back into another one, that's like giving yourself a pay raise, right? So now you minimize your expenses. You improve your credit. So when you do have to borrow money, it's not costing you as much. Your everyday expenses that you're going to pay for whether you have a business or not now become tax deductible expenses. That's going to save you $12,000 to $15,000 per year in taxes. Now all of a sudden you get to the end of every month and instead of you barely having enough money, you got an extra $1,000, $1,500 every month. This is where you start investing. See, you start beating inflation when you're able to invest in assets that grow faster than the rate of inflation. But why aren't people investing? Because they're living check to check. They don't have the disposable income. because they don't know that they're overpaying taxes. They don't know that a business could change there and move them from one tax bracket to another one and save them $10, $12, $15,000 a year. Now you take that money that you saved and now you go and invest. And people ask me all the time, Cortez, well, what to invest in? I don't know. What interests you? Could be real estate. Could be paper assets, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, that kind of thing. You might be on the cryptocurrency craze. You could invest in other traditional businesses. You could invest in precious metals. When you got the money, you'll take the time to get the education and you can invest in whatever. Because all the investments can make you rich. Most people just don't have the money to. So this is how we help you expand your cash flow, right? So if you're here because you want to expand your cash flow, this is how we do it. All right. Now, if you are also here to say, Cortez, I needed to hear this. I also have some people in my family, my significant other, my brothers and sisters, my moms, my aunts, they also need to hear this because we're trying to build generational wealth. You guys got value out of this? If I told you that you can get paid exposing people to this information and increase your income, comment income in the chat if you want to see how we can help you increase your income. Right? Because this is the second phase as to why you're here. First phase, listen, it doesn't matter what business you start. If you were selling Avon, you could do that. If you're making jewelry at your kitchen table, you can do that. If you're baking cookies, you can do that. All of that applies to you. Don't matter what you're doing, right? But I want to show you the one company that we partner with that can help you do it more effectively, more efficiently, and they provide experts to help you execute, right? You can take what I just gave you and you can go out on your own and you can do this no problem. You're going to have to go get some books. Maybe you have to do some YouTube videos. You can figure it out. I'm not here saying that you absolutely must have us to do this. I am saying we do have a great opportunity for you to partner with us and do this with us, and you'll be more effective and efficient. And in fact, you can make some money with us at the same time. So really quickly, what is our service? It's called Financial Edge Membership. This is the service that we promote. The service has 4 main components: Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. These 4 components are what's keeping most people from building wealth. When I said that you're going to adjust your W-4, we have a team of experts, CPAs, enrolled agents, and tax strategists that's going to do it for you. So you don't have to guess. You don't have to worry about if you're going to owe at the end of the year. You don't have to worry about if you're going to get audited and all that stuff that keeps us in fear of the IRS. You're going to have a tax professional help you with your W-4. And like we talked about, that's $300 to $600 per month that comes back into your household. They're going to take your last year's tax return, your last 2 paycheck stubs, and they're going to do the W-4 for you and send it back to you. You send it to your employer, right? Credit repair, 50 to 150 point increases we've seen. Our team of credit specialists will do your credit restoration for you. You upload your credit reports. They're going to contact the credit bureaus, your collectors, and they're going to champion your behalf to make sure that there's nothing on your reports that shouldn't be. They're also going to help you with some credit education on things that you can do to continue to improve your credit while they're fighting to get all the negative stuff taken off, right? Equity Max, 1/3 to 1/2 the time, right? What does that mean? We're going to help you take your existing budget, all of your expenses, all your debts, and all your income, and we're going to put you on a plan to get you completely out of debt, including your mortgage, in a third to half the time. Great, great system. And then our Wealth Max is going to help you accumulate assets, help you grow your money tax-free with no risk of loss. They're going to help you establish what's called a PRA, which is a private reserve bank account. You will literally become your own bank. They're going to help you understand land banking. How do you buy land in the path of development? And then 5 years, 10 years down the road, they want to build a school on that land. They want to build a subdivision on that land, and you turn around and sell the land back at a profit. This is what wealthy people are doing to build wealth. But until MWR Financial came on the picture, nobody was teaching everyday working people these strategies. And we are. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see value in having a team of experts help you in this way? And I know you would think that, Cortez, if I'm going to get an expert CPA that charges $150 to $250 per hour, if I'm going to have a credit restoration team helping me fix my credit, they normally charge anywhere from $75 to $150 per month. If I'm going to deal with a financial planner to help me assess and get out of debt, if I went to debt consolidation or debt counseling, they're going to charge me X amount of dollars. If I sit down with a financial planner, they're going to charge me $250 per hour. How much will all of this cost me? And I'm just a regular, average, everyday working person. Guys, we've been able to put this in place for everyday people to pay $80 a month and get unlimited access to all of these professionals. And that's not even the best thing. Watch this. This $80 a month covers your spouse as well. Two people can get tax strategists, credit repair, debt elimination help, and wealth building strategies for $80 per month. Now watch this. There's one more thing. If these two people had a couple friends that needed credit repair or wanted to get out of debt, they referred 3 people to the membership, their membership becomes free. Now, let me ask you a serious question because we might not need to go any further than this. Can you get behind a membership like this and get excited about offering this to your friends and family? Yes or no? Because this is what we're offering to get people out of their financial situation. Even before COVID-19, people was jacked up financially. Now, even more so. Can you get excited about promoting a membership like this at a great price point that provides all of these services and can help people get to the next level financially? The answer is yes. Then I'm going to show you what it costs to get into business with us. Last thing, guys, and I'm done, and we'll take questions. $228, $119 per month. This is what it costs to get into business with us, right? We already know that the W-4 adjustment for most people, $300 to $600 per month, is going to cover the initial cost and the monthly fee. But let me show you the second way that we can make this business free for you. You guys all agree, right, that our membership is at a great price. It offers a tremendous amount of value. And you know people right now looking for credit repair. You know people right now looking to get out of debt. You know people right now that can use an instant pay raise on their job. First way you make your business free is if you enroll 7 people into our Financial Edge membership, right? Yes, this is sales, and I realize a lot of people have an STD when it comes to sales, right? But 7 membership sales makes your business free because you're going to get $40 per sale. All right? So $40 times 7 is how much? $280. So this is a one-time commission of $40, right? Times 7, that's $280. You can do this in your first month and get your money back. Also, though, when you sell your 4th, 5th, and 6th membership and beyond, you get the $40 plus a $10 monthly residual income. This makes your business free. And I know what you're thinking, Cortez. How does this make my business free and my business is $119 a month and I'm only getting $40 a month in residual income off these 7 people? Watch this. Your $119 is comprised of $80 for your Financial Edge membership and then $40 for your business back office, your tracking, your support, and all of that. The minute you sold your first 3 memberships, your $80 membership became free. Remember we said 3 and yours is free? So that took away $80. Now all I owe for my business is $40. I made 4 more membership sales. I get $10 in residual income every month. Now that just wiped out my $40 a month too. Second way we can make your business free. First way is 80% of the people who see this, $300 to $600 a month is coming back into their check. That's going to take care of that and make their business free, right? We have a great product at a great price that solves a problem that's in high demand. Sell 7 memberships and your business is free. Last but not least, we also have the business opportunity itself or the franchise model. So 228, 119. Third way we make your business free is if you went out and sold 1 membership, you earned $40 when you did that, but you also know 3 people that want to have their own home-based business so they too can get all of the tax write-offs. They too want to earn commission checks. They too want access to our professionals, right? You're going to earn $50 for every business partner that you refer, right? If you do that in your first 30 days, and the system that we run actually can help you do this in 7 to 10 days, so you're going to make $150 here. You're going to get another $150 in a momentum bonus plus $40. That's $340 in your first month, right? In addition to that, so this is your expansion money. This is your momentum money. Another way the company pays is through something called a daily guaranteed residual. It goes from $5 per day all the way up to $1,000 per day. When you do this, you access our $5 per day daily guarantee. In other words, 5 times 30 is $150 per month. Makes your business free, right? Because your business is $119 a month, you're making $150. If we just take this one step further and we'll wrap this up. If you are making $150 per month, and this is John, Rick, and James, what are they going to ask you? How are you doing that? Hey, I introduced you and a couple other people and I got me 1 customer and I'm making $150 per month. They're going to eventually go out and do the same thing. They're going to go and find them 3 ambitious people who want the business. They're going to get them 1 customer and they're going to lock in $150 a month for them. But what that does for you is put you at our $20 per day daily guarantee. So you're at $600 per month with just 12 people on your team. Guys, this opportunity at this specific time where people are hungry for financial education, they're hungry for financial solutions, they need extra income. Guys, this is the perfect opportunity at the perfect time. And if you know anything about business and real estate, it's all about location, location, location. And business, it's all about timing, timing, timing. You at the right place at the right time. And I'm going to open it up for questions right now. But at this point, you're either one of three people. Number 3 says, thanks, but no thanks. I'm good. Pandemic didn't hurt my finances. I've got something set for my future. My job is secure. I've got another business. Whatever the case, you're just good. Or maybe you just don't like me, right? But a number 3 says, thanks, but no thanks. You as a number 3 might very well know some people that this could help. At least refer them to the people who got you on this webinar. Maybe we can help them even though you're good. You might be a number 2. A number 2 says, listen, I'm not excited about the business opportunity. I've already got some stuff going on in that department, but I could use some help with my credit. I could use unlimited access to some tax strategies to make sure I'm not overpaying taxes. I could use some help recovering the money I lost in my 401k when the market tanked, right? A number 2 says, I only want the Financial Edge membership, and that's cool. We've got a game plan for you as a number 2. Get back with the person who got you on this video. You'll pay $80 a day, $80 per month, and you get access to all of those services that we mentioned. And then you might be a number 1. A number 1 says, bro, you could have stopped talking a long time ago. Not only do I need this, I know hundreds and thousands of other people who need this as well. And you telling me I can get paid if I offer it to them? That's exactly what I'm telling you. And number 1 says, I want the service for myself, but I also want some of those daily checks. We didn't even talk about our car bonus, our presidential bonus, the other 7 ways that we get paid. You want to get paid and you want the personal financial success membership for yourself. Then if you're a number 1, you're going to get back with the person who got you on this webinar and say, hey, I'm a number 1. They got a special game plan for our number 1s. They're going to get you going. And guess what? We've got 2 more of these presentations tomorrow. You can actually start making money with us as early as tomorrow. And all you got to do is invite people to our 2 presentations tomorrow if you are number 1. So with that, I'm going to open up the floor for questions. All you got to do is unmute yourself, or you can type your questions in the chat. Anybody got any questions out there regarding anything they've seen so far? Let me see. YouTube, I can't see y'all. All right, so Rebel says, I'm in, Rebel Soul. Let me take down my number, Rebel Soul. The number is 314-874-6887. And you're going to be able to connect with me. Just shoot me a text and I'll send you what you need to get started. Anybody else got any questions based on anything that they've seen so far? All right. If you guys don't have any questions, that's going to wrap up the presentation for us for today. I'm excited about your future, whether you partner with us or not. The name of the game for 95% of Americans is to have a home-based business in conjunction with your job. I just so happen to believe that we have the best business available at the best price point, providing the most in-demand services that's needed right now in this particular time. So we talk about MWR Financial, but any business will work. If you want to partner with us specifically, get back with the person who got you on today's webinar, and they will help you get to the next level financially. So with that, until we talk to you guys next time, we want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it. Each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. All right, YouTube. Let's see. Rebel Soul. Dorothea says income good, good. Let me see if I can drop a comment in here for you guys so that you know how to reach me. I don't think I can for some reason. Live chat messages. All right. So my phone number again, 314-874-6887. Shoot me a text message. If you got questions, put questions in the chat along with your name. And when you text me questions, I'll give you a call, answer your questions. If you're ready to move forward, I'll tell you and walk you through the steps to do just that. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in and hang out with us on YouTube. So till I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.